What's up everyone, how's it going? In this game we have Faye-chan as our blue Japanese spawning in the southwest of Mongolian Heights. Up in the northeast we have our purple Holy Roman Empire player, GUA. Haven't casted a Japanese game in a bit from what I could recall. It's been a couple days, at least. Well, it's been a few weeks, I want to say, since the last time I casted a Japanese game. Let's double check. I should have done this beforehand. Yeah, it's been almost over a week now since I casted one. But now we have two of my favorite civs. The HRE. Oh, what were you doing there, GUA? The HRE and the Japanese. Currently I'm actually not really playing that much AoE at all. Oh. As one, I'm still a little sick. It's been like on and off for the last few days. Took care of my nephews and both of them were sick. So they got me sick. Awesome. Did we get the Dark Age Tuara? Yes, we did get the Dark Age Tuara. Absolutely love it. It's just so good. It helps out in the mid game too. If you're getting raided, anything like that, if your food is getting harassed, then you're easily able to drop back to your deer. To your sheep, which is going to be nice and safe and quite abundant as well under your town center. But also, I've been playing way too much Last Epoch. So if you guys have tuned into my streams, you'll see that I'm streaming Last Epoch, or I have been streaming Last Epoch. Not for the last like 2 or 3 days. Like I said, I've just been sick. I've had a massive freaking sore throat, guys. So I'm taking huge breaks in between casting, as where before I would cast for 3, 4, 5 hours straight, pick and choose which ones I'll upload, and then just trash the rest. This time around, I'm casting like 2, maybe 3 games. And yeah, if it turns out to be a good game, then I'll cast it. I mean, if it turns out to be a good game, then I'll upload it. Even if I don't feel too comfortable with it, I just don't want to leave you guys without any content. Oh, we do have a... I completely missed this. Completely missed the... Wow, the dock down here for our HRE. Makes sense why there were so many sheep over here. GUA is going to have a really solid eco. I would like to see the prelate move over to the gold, because his food eco is going to be very solid. So he doesn't really need the prelate there to increase it. He needs that prelate to go towards the gold, so he'll be able to age up a little bit sooner. As of right now, he has 13 on food, 7 on gold. So he's good. He's good on the food, guys. He really is. But yeah, I'm gonna try in the future what I'm gonna do for those that don't really know. I only upload games that I cast that same day. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of a buffer between it. So I'm going to try to cast a couple extra games a day and post them up for like the following day, things like that. Because I was feeling pretty damn good 2 days ago. And then yesterday I just I woke up feeling like complete garbage. So I didn't cast anything. I didn't do anything all day yesterday. But yeah. We have the Akin Chapel coming down for GUA right now. Pretty standard play out of both of them. 8 villagers already on gold for GUA as well. Faye about to go into feudal right now. Do like this. I really like both of their openers right now. Faye does need to try to punish this. Punish the boats though. Punish the dock. As I said, I'm still feeling a little sick, so if I mute my mic in the middle of the cast, it's because I'm trying to clear my throat, since it's still pretty sore. So it does seem like both of them are going to go into the fast castle. Even though I think Faye has a pretty decent opportunity in feudal to put on some pressure onto the dock, or even onto GUA himself, like onto the base himself, push off of the gold, push off of the fish at the same time. But going straight into... Yeah, it looks like both players are going to try to go straight into a good old-fashioned fast castle. Of course, GUA is going to be hitting the fast castle a lot sooner than the Japanese, or the HRE in general will be hitting it a lot sooner than the Japanese would. Just went into feudal, and about a minute later is going to be dropping the regnants as well. There they go. How many villagers? We got 7 villagers on the regnants cathedral, and we're still like 2 minutes out. Fei Chen has 3 villagers idle on gold. That should be on gold right now. I'm not entirely sure if she's noticed yet. She's transferring over Maynard. Yeah, she's transferring over 6 villagers right now over to the sheep. Just because she's running out of berries, so might as well do that now instead of later. Oh, almost halfway done on the Regnus Cathedral right now as well. She finally realizes that her villagers were idled. They were idled for about a solid 15-20 seconds. Where's the prelate? Has the prelate already went off? I don't see it anywhere. There it goes. Now it's heading out. What the heck? That looked like freaking confetti popping out of there. First prelate moving out all the way to the south side, to the other side of the map. Get the more contested relics. Also, on Mongolian Heights, remember there are 6 total relics. 3 on both sides of the map. Oh, there was already a prelate over here on the western side. And now there's going to be a prelate moving over to the southern side. Yeah, so there's a total of 6 relics here. 3 relics on either side of the river. So our HRE player has one. Bringing it back. I would like to see... Ooh, that gives it away. But there's nothing there. There's nothing out for our Japanese player to contest this. So that's going to be another free relic as well. 3rd prelate is out. 4 prelates are out actually total. This... What are we doing over here? Nothing. Just trying to distract as much as they can. 2 relics heading back right now. Archery range coming up. House coming up. I'd like to see an outpost coming up as well to garrison the first relic next to the gold. The second one is halfway there. Where's the other one? Okay, the 4th one was on the eastern side. 2 relics already. 3rd one. Oh, wait, that one hasn't been garrisoned. It just got dropped right there. Really, really nice play by GUA, just going out, grabbing them as best as he can. So at least 1 relic is going to be taken by Faye. Good to know that she's actually going to be able to get 1 at bare minimum. We have 2 Onamusha out in order to deal with the good old-fashioned knight. 2 knights out. Really good. Like, this is phenomenal for our HRE player. Absolutely phenomenal. Sitting on 3 relics already with a 4th and a 5th on the way. Gonna be able to have 5 relics. Like, that's exactly what you always want. Oh wait, no. One of them did get picked off. No, it doesn't matter. The 4th one's up here on the far north and just on the west side. 5 relics. That's beautiful for the RHRE. Absolutely beautiful. If you're playing the Holy Roman Empire, that's exactly what you want. At bare minimum, you want 3. Best case scenario, you well, on Mongolian Heights, best case scenario is you get 6 of them and you just don't have to worry about gold ever again. But getting 5, that's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. A lot of villagers are on wood at the moment for our HRE player. Finally, some harass does come through onto these fishing boats. Doesn't really matter. They've gathered up quite a bit. And the Onimusha are only able to pick off 1. There's still 3 fishing boats remaining. 11 Onimusha out right now for Faye. That's going to be some heavy harass. Yes, it is Yorishiro. The first Yorishiro went onto the Onimusha, or onto the archery range. There aren't any any emplacements yet on the western or the southern outposts. Market coming down, gonna start trading out some of that gold, I'm assuming. 14 Onimusha, 15 Onimusha now, so 37 workers for our Japanese, 18 military, 15 Onimusha, 1 scout, 1 Shinto priest with another, well, actually 2 Shinto priests. 1 just has a Yorishiro that hasn't been placed. Onimusha on the north side are going to try to do some sort of run by. Unable to one-tap. I don't believe they're going to be able to one-tap anything at the moment. They are going to be fully walled off. He needs to just run. She needs to get out of there. Any villagers? Oh, able to pick off a villager that was building the wall at least. Oh. Onimusha versus archer crossbow. Don't really think the Onimusha are going to be able to take that fight. Pick off the prelate though. Nice. 1 tap. Nice control by Faye, getting that damage in. Able to run in, pick off a prelate and 2... I think it was a prelate and 2 crossbows. So not too bad. Faye does need to get another scout out though in order to be able to continue that harass through the forest. Through the South Forest. Yeah, there's not much going on in all honesty though. Even with that slight harass right there, she is already coming back home in order to regroup. Outpost already with the spring mold emplacement. Like, is Faye gonna try to go into Imperial? 12 villagers on gold, 17 on food, 8 on wood, 5 on stone right now. Do we have the Daimyo Manor? Yes, we're going to be going into the Daimyo Palace pretty soon. Just a little bit more stone, 100 stone until then. 20 Onimusha. Starting to get out a couple horsemen as well. Has the Uma Bannerman already out. Yeah, Faye has a decent army up and running. Where did the other Yorishiro go? We had the first one go onto the archery range. And then 2 on forges. Oh, I would have really liked to see one go onto the town center. Like, that would have been so good. Throw it onto the town center, get that that eco count up. A lot of workers going down right here. A lot of fishing boats going down. Shouldn't really matter too much considering GUA is sitting on 28 villagers on wood. Demo ship doesn't really do anything. That wood line though, holy crap. Last I checked, the wood line was still like back here, but I guess that's what happens when you have so many villagers on the wood line just eating it up. And now a ton of outposts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 total outposts, 5 outposts in the front alone. all of these villagers are going to start moving over to the eastern. Wait. Oh no, they're going to be dropping the Palace of Swabia right now. Going into the Imperial Age. Faye-chan not going to be able to punish this either, especially with the amount of outposts that are right here. Do any of them even have... what do you have? Springald emplacement. Okay. You're getting your Springald emplacement. That's a lot of outposts. So, if you guys run into this, if you guys see this going against the Holy Roman Empire, just assume that they're going Palace of Swabia behind this. Because there's no other reason at all to make so many, like, to make such a big defense right there. Our Japanese player doesn't really have much, actually, like, to be able to try to break this. Faye-chan sitting on 30 Onimusha, 8 horsemen, and that's it. Like, she has a decent army. She could get in there. She could potentially do some damage, but she's gonna lose every single one of her Onimusha by doing so. She needs to cut production, just completely halt military production, unless she plans on going for an all-in. And if that's the case, then definitely needs to stop making Onimusha, and needs to start cranking out some rams, trebuchets, something. Well, obviously more rams than trebuchets. Not really. The rams did get pretty nerfed, and now she's gonna go in, gonna start firing down these outposts. But still, there's just so many with Springald emplacements. Only one of them has the... Oh, she's gonna back off. That was so much... She took so much damage and accomplished nothing there, realistically. Lost almost every single one of her horsemen there. Well, lost about 4 horsemen and Uma Bannerman. Rotating over towards the sacred site in order to keep it in her possession. No walls on the other sacred site. I would like to see stone walls or something coming up here in order to better defend against it. We do have the Daimyo Palace still running low on stone. How many villagers? She has 33 villagers on food, 11 villagers on wood, 7 on gold. She could potentially drop a second town center as well, just to increase her count. I wouldn't mind seeing that whatsoever. Instead of putting the house right here, just drop another town center. Actually, you could even drop the town center right next to this. Right next to the Kura Stone storehouse. Faye-chan sitting on 64 workers, 50 military, 38 Onimusha, 8 horsemen, 2 mounted samurai, an Uma Bannerman Shinto priest against GUA, who has been in Imperial with 74 workers, 35 military, 13 archers, 9 crossbows, 3 horsemen, 4 prelates, 4 knights, 3 mangonels out as well, plus 2 hand cannoneers. The diversity in GUA's army is absolutely amazing. Those 3 mangonels are just going to be completely and utterly devastating to the unit composition of Faye. She needs to do a heavy transition. She also needs to get into Imperial herself. Yeah, there's so much that Faye needs to do in order to try to get back in this game, because her military count, or the military count, or military gap is closing. The worker count is just, of course, going to be going more and more in favor of GUA, since he does have the Palace of Swabia. And the longer this game goes, the better it becomes for our HRE player as well. They are such a powerhouse in late game Imperial. 3 mangonels. 3 mangonels. Completely. What is that? 5 Onimusha right there. Just shot down. Quickness. with the quickness. We are getting a raid over here on the eastern side, though. There is a single Mangonel here. It will be able to do a huge amount of damage. No, it misses. Completely whiffs. And now the Onimusha are in here. There are some cannon emplacements on these outposts. Onimusha doing the best that they can, getting as much damage as they possibly can, as well as the horsemen here. Quite a few villagers have been going down, but there are a lot of outposts for these villagers to run, plus the Palace of Swabia, the town center. There's so many places for these villagers to garrison. And what is our Japanese player going to do? Focus firing down a couple of the villagers, and now the Onimusha are going to be stuck at the back of the base of our HRE player. Oh, there's still more units coming in straight through all of those outposts. They're going to collapse on. Oh, are they going to be able to get a good attack in? These mounted samurai need to collapse onto the Mangonels. They got a huge shut off on those Onimusha. I can't find a good camera angle whatsoever. Onimusha are going in. Another Mangonel. That's 2 Mangonels down. A third one, possibly, maybe a fourth. Is there any focus fire? No. All of the mounted samurai have went down, and there's still 2 Mangonels left. Faye was able to pick off 3 total, but there's still 3 left. Faye-chan sitting on 82 villagers at the moment. 16 military, that's it. She lost so much. Down to 8 Onimusha. 8 when she had 32 to 34 Onimusha. And now GUA has a massive military lead, plus he's in Imperial Age. So massive tech advantage. Veterancy, or not, elite upgrades have already been coming through. There's another elite upgrade coming through right now as well. We're seeing a mass switch of barracks. Look at these blueprints. They're just getting farmed, or not farmed, chained all the way to the front for emergency repairs. There's a decent military on the southeastern side of the map. Faye-chan is going to try to do another run by, but the walls are going to be coming up already. Able to pick off a few more villagers. Faye was able to pick off a total of 31 villagers, but it doesn't really matter. Just look at the military count. It's just 36 military in favor of our HRE, and it's just going to keep growing. It's going to keep going in her favor, especially since Faye's not going to be able to break the front line anytime soon, since a lot of those outposts do have cannon emplacements. Sorry about that, I'm like losing my voice mid-cast. The horsemen do break through. They're running in, gonna snipe away this outpost immediately. Villagers. There were a few villagers that they could have easily wrapped around and killed off. 5 Mangonels. With the most recent Springwold nerfs, it's become the age of the Mangonel. I've played some games and I've watched some games where people are going up to 8, 9 mangoes because it's so hard to contest them now. It really is. Back when they were 2-shottable, you could go in with the 2 Mangonel, with the 2 Springolds and threaten them. Now that it takes 3 shots to kill a Mangonel, it's so much harder to contest them. And it's an extra 500 resources in order to get that 3rd Springwold in order to actually one-shot them, and huge Mangonel shots right there. Killing off a lot of villagers. This is what you call the beginning of the end for our Japanese player. Well, the beginning of the end was when she went in with her entire military and was basically unable to finish the game. But here, she is going to try to get a full wraparound. There's still a decent amount of Onimusha here in order to get rid of any armored units, but she just doesn't really have a front line. She has nothing to contest the Mangonels either, and they're just going to be free firing on the Onimusha. Villagers are moving forward for our HRE player. They're going to try to get an offensive keep down. There's a samurai, a spear, and a bugeisha right on top of them, stopping them from throwing it down. But the military for our HRE is actually dwindling quite a bit now. It's sort of swaying in favor of our Japanese player, but there's still a decent amount of ranged units here picking away. The Onimusha are completely gone. Yes. The Nobu Geisha have been doing a decent amount of damage. They were able to, since they're so fast and they do have that additional range over normal melee units, they were able to get on top of the Mangonels and deal with them. Faye-chan, 87 workers, 37 military, but the reinforcements for GUA are gonna just completely overwhelm this little army that Faye-chan had that she was trying to push out with. 29 military for Faye, 46 for GUA, and now GUA is doing the good old-fashioned mass horseman switcheroo that we got going on for our our not late game, but late game-ish. You're just gonna try to swarm with a good chunk of units, whatever's affordable, whatever you could throw at them. I'd like to see more men-at-arms if possible. Mangonel out, good shot, really nice shot in the center of everything right there. Archers need to get stutter step back. What do we have coming through though? A lot more villagers are moving forward again, trying to get that offensive keep, and GG gets called. Game goes to our purple HRE player, GUA. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time.